especially through Gaudiya Vaishnavism, is unparalleled in the history, the contemporary history of the most influential acharyas. It is said that his desire to bring in the fluidity, the harmony, and the longevity of our Hare Krishna movement was so strong that Lord personally granted him everything that he needed to bring back in this world, which whether it included a powerful position in the society, whether it included getting a son who is like Srila Bhaktivinod Saraswati Thakur, and including his meeting powerful personalities during his times, such as the father of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, or Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Shishir Kumar Ghosh. These names we have heard in our history. Yeah. Were powerful Bengalis who transformed this place. And he was born at a very critical time. Our personal connection with him comes because at age 18 he started teaching as his service. It was Devanand Pro. We are waiting for your. You take your darshan, then you will hear. So at age 18, he became a teacher, and especially in rural areas of Bengal and Orissa, he used to go and find students that are worthy of learning and teach them, often for free. Eventually, he took up his service in British Raj. This is judicial service, and he became a district magistrate in around age 32. And since then, till age 56, he served the British. So earlier there was a train track here, just outside this campus. Only person in India for whom British laid train track. You can imagine his influence and the depth and vastness of his contribution. So he was born in a Kayastha family. They were known as intellectuals of that time in Bengal, the Bhadralok. And they attempted to rationalize their traditional Hindu beliefs by showcasing it, beliefs and customs, by showcasing it in the British, bringing in their culture. So what is that? What is the relevance and what is the logic behind what we do in our Vedic culture? So in the search of getting that logic and in the search of wanting to learn more about his own tradition, so Bhaktivinod Thakur put tremendous efforts, finally leading to his discovery of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. For him to get that book, it says that it took about 8 years to find a good, valid copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita that can be used as an authentic source. We just get a printed version of it, we hardly feel anything for it. So it is said that at the age of 29, he actually became a follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was so deeply touched by the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personality that he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the reputed leader that we should follow when it comes to practicing spirituality in modern times. And in this way, he started a Vaishnava movement in Bengal. It was called as Shri Gauranga Samaj. So there is a booklet on this. Those who are doing congregation preaching must study that booklet.
Gauranga Samaj.
Shri Gauranga Samaj. And he gives very detailed description on how to run systems for congregational preaching. So there is books like Godruma Kalpatavi and there is Ramahatta preaching. So congregational ministry also has some of these books. So he went on to write 100 books on Vaishnavism, including Krishna Samhita, Chaitanya Shikshamrita, Jaiva Dharma, Tattva Sutra, Tattva Viveka, Harinama Chintamani. My favorite is Dashamula Tattva. And in our Gurukula, it is compulsory to study Dashamula Tattva, the 10 important tenets of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So in this way, he started a magazine called Sajjana Toshani, a source of pleasure for devotees. And he used that as a main means of propagating Gaudiya Vaishnavism, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. So, because of his great work, he was conferred the title Bhaktivinod, one who relishes and helps others relish bhakti. It's called Bhakti Vinod. So, he later on, after writing books, he founded a system called as Namahatya. So it seems that there is a sequence in all these acharyas' works.
Yeah.
First is their genuine search of absolute truth and finding it. Second is their dedication for study and compiling books meant to be propagated. And then the third step is the actual propagation and institutionalization of their philosophy and culture. So it is said that he started traveling preaching program to spread the theology and practice of our Chaitanya's thought throughout rural and urban Bengal. So through discourses, printed materials, and Bengali songs. This was his powerful Trishul combination that he established this movement far and wide. So he was greatly opposed by the Apasampradayas at that time because they were finding his teachings unbearable. Because they would completely uproot what they are trying to do in the society. But he cleansed the numerous distortions that were against the original teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and he is also given the credit for the rediscovery of the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So from the top of the home where he stayed here, from the balcony, one day he saw there is effulgence coming from far off across the Jalangi. And he went in that direction and he found a mound which was flooded with tulsi everywhere. And then he went on to find out from the British historical documents and manuscripts and the maps, the exact location. That time it was known as Mayapur. Mayapur was known as Mayapur. And then he went on to establish that that is the actual birth site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he brought, as we know the story, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Person who is unable to even move his eyelids, what to speak of the rest of the body. He started jumping out of his basket, coming at that spot once he was brought there. So this goes to show the double confirmation, the historical documents confirmation and the pure devotee confirmation. That is the site of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birth.
What was he shouting to?
यही तो
निमाय जन्मभूमि.
So in this way, thanks to Bhaktivinod Thakur that we are sitting in our home where Lord Gauranga manifested himself. So eventually Bhaktivinod Thakur decided that he wants to pioneer the training or teaching of Gaudiya Vaishnava in the West. So he was the Acharya in the entire parampara that we have who first conceived the idea of Western preaching. And in 1880 he sent the copies of his works, what he has written, to Ralph Waldo Emerson and Reinhold Rost in Europe. So Ralph Waldo Emerson is in US and this another fellow is in Europe. And he sent the copies of his books to them, trying to establish a dialogue in the intellectual
circles. In 1850s.
1880.
1880.
And in 1896, he published a book called Srimad Gauranga Leela Smarana Mangala, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts, in English. So this book was sent to many academics and libraries all over the world, especially in Canada, Britain and Australia. So the revival of Gaudiya Vaishnavism actually effected. It is said that in 1896 he sent the books, and same year 1896 is Srila Prabhupada's appearance on the planet. And that coincidence is very important for us. So in this way, Bhaktivinod Thakur, he started India's most dynamic preaching mission of the 20th century, called the Gaudiya Math. And he headed his own son as the spiritual heir for that Gaudiya Math, called Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And eventually, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's main disciple, one of the main disciples, is known as like his divine grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, our Dadaji. He continued his Guru's mission in the West, especially founding ISKCON in 1966.
Jai.
So that's the brief track record of what exactly happened through this place.
Very well.
So Bhaktivinoda Thakur changed many places because of his job. He was in Jagannath Puri, he was in Orissa, Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, and he was also here. So when he came to Navadvip Dham, he asked his spiritual friend, Lord Kishordas Babaji Maharaj, where to locate oneself. So he was given the place of Surabhi Kunj, which is just before this place.
Yeah.
So Surabhi Kunj is the place where Mother Surabhi performed tapasya along with Indra to atone for Indra's offense and to get revelation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is said that at that place where she performed austerity is the beginning of Namahatta, started by Shri Nityananda Prabhu. So the other famous song, Kadale Ragit, the song of the yeah, tax collector, no, the song of the commission taker, Dalale Ragit. So please sing that song today when we are going somewhere in this place.
Yes.
Very important song to sing in this place to understand the mood and mission of God Nityananda. So that place where Bhaktivinoda Thakur came first to stay in Navadvip Dham, and then he stayed there for a few years, and then he made his own home here, and then he shifted from there to this place. And this is where three major revelations happened to him. The first is the revelation of the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. The second is the revelation of the temple of Vedic Planetarium. One day he and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati were standing there in the balcony, and right across Ganga, Bhaktivinoda Thakur got this vision that Russians and Prussians, and the British and the Canadians, and the Mongolians and the Iranians are singing and dancing, putting their hands in each other's necks. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari.
They are singing and dancing and seeing this beautiful sight. Bhaktivinoda Thakur lost his consciousness. What is happening in this beautiful place? So that is the exact location of TOVP, where the TOVP is coming
Jai.
from. And we can actually see it from the balcony here up on the top. You can see the temple that is coming up. So he was a spiritual visionary, a great acharya, and exceptionally great example for all grihasthas to emulate in their life. If you ask what should be the goal of our education, I would say that it should be to produce many Bhaktivinoda Thakurs. Each of these boys that are sitting in front of us, they should actually go on to become very deeply spiritual personalities, great depth, roots in Krishna consciousness, and highly accomplished and influential in material life, having powerful positions to influence the society. And that's the kind of spiritual future we should try to create for this movement. So, because of lack of time, I'll close here. I just wanted to run through the whole as fast as possible. But we should pray at this place for many important spiritual blessings. First is the blessing of purity of intention in practice of Krishna consciousness. Anya Vilashita Shuddha Dhyana Karma Anukulyena Krishna Anushīlanam Bhakti Uttam. So this is the first and foremost benediction we should ask from Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur. Second, we should ask from him the empowerment to lead our worldly duties and our Krishna conscious duties with perfect balance, perfect harmony. So many of us who are grihasthas, we always struggle with what to prioritize and where to put our leg into, where to withhold ourselves from. We should sincerely pray that we get that knack of dealing with material energy sufficient enough to make tremendous spiritual advancement. Sometimes the Prabhupada was asked, what is the essence of your movement? Prabhupada quoted the verse Kamasya na indriya priti labho jeveta yavata jivasya tattva jignasa nartho nishcheta. One should apply one's ability to desire only to desire self-preservation, and the remaining ability to desire should be directed for self-realization. And that is the perfection of living in Grihastha. So just deal enough with the material energy so that you have ample time, resources, opportunities, and engagement to advance spiritually.
Can you repeat that, Prabhuji? I lost in between. Two things you said.
One should direct one's desires
direct one's desires.
only as much as required for self-preservation. That
Yes.
much only material desire we should make.
Hmm.
जितना जरूरी है उतना.
Hmm.
Self-preservation purposes to keep body and soul together.
Yes.
And the remaining part of the life should be dedicated for self-realization.
Self-realization. Wow. Amazing.
So thank you very much for this opportunity, sir. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai.
Hari bol.
Please take darshan here of Gadadhar Devis and Gauri Kishordas Babaji Maharaj's bhajan stali. This is another disciple of the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Kinchana Krishnadas Babaji. He was a very famous and very favorite friend of Srila Prabhupada also.
Yes, they joked and they were in the
They are very
pastime.
special to each other. So he was a pure devotee. He would sing, whenever he would sing Hare Krishna, you will forget that you are in this material. The person standing in front of him will feel that he is present in the spiritual. That was the power of his chanting, Hare Krishna mantra. So we can beg from him for similar offenseless chanting that we can have in our life. Hare Krishna. So I'll pause here because many seniors keep coming here and I get threatened for my life itself. I don't want to speak in front
Bro,
of
thank you
them.
for your time, bro. Really grateful. Thank you. We're fortunate we are coming with you. Hare Krishna.
हर बोल वीर कृष्ण गोस्वामी
Thakur ki. Yeah. That is His Holiness Bir Krishna Goswami Maharaj, North Carolina. It's pure obeisances.
Yeah. No, we met here. Told me that we're here, and he somehow came across our music, so it was very complicated. But somehow we got to know him a couple years ago before the pandemic. Yeah. That showed us so much support.
You go and see her. Still, go.
Yeah.
Already. Everyone, we'll take darshan here and go. Sorry. This is Akinchan Das Babaji. Okay, Akinchan Das Babaji. Please pay obeisances, everybody. Babaji, obeisances. It's a very special devotees whose blessings are needed for our success. Hare Krishna. The Samadhi of Akinchan Das Babaji, a very dear friend. Akinchan Das Babaji and Samadhi. This is the Gaur Gadadhar deity that Bhaktivinod Thakur used to worship. The whole arti that we sang is for this deity. Gaur Gadadhar.
Only Srila Prabhupada started that.
Yeah. Correct. Gaur Gadadhar, actually, Gadadhar is Srimati Radharani. Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Swayam Krishna in the mood of Radharani. So in Gaudiya, normally they pray for Gaur Gadadhar, most of the Gaudiya temples. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started, he brought Nityanand Prabhu into the equation because he said Nityanand Prabhu's mercy is needed for ISKCON to grow. Srila Prabhupada. Sorry, Srila Prabhupada, when he started temple, he brought Nityananda Prabhu to the place. Yeah. So this Gaur Gadadhar did the same details that Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to worship, not 200 years back. So let's take blessings and Hari Bol. Let's do 3 times pradakshina of the deities. Simply obeisances and do the pradakshina. Whoever can do, you do. my back is gone, so I'm restricting myself. Beta, dana beta. Hari Bol. చాలా గొప్ప వ్యక్తులు బ్రో.
కనిపించింది పైనుంచి
ఇప్పుడు వెళ్తాం అక్కడ. చలో చలో చలో. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ. This was the place where Gaur Kishore Babaji used to come and do his bhajan.
వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో చేసేవారా?
వచ్చి ఇక్కడ వచ్చి Gaur Kishore Babaji bhajan kutere. Just imagine what they both would be discussing when they were discussing Gaur Kishore Babaji and Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
spiritual guru of Bhaktivinod Saraswati.
Yes, yes. And he considered him as Bhaktivinoda Thakur as his guru. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur considered him as his guru. That was the equation. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Yes, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Please, everybody.
Didn't envision the going fit from here was from
Hare Krishna. Pay obeisances there and come first. So this is the house of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We are entering. Walk carefully, big steps. Chai. As you can see. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya ki jai.
This is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's room. That is Srila Saraswati's room. And across that is the balcony.
Can we go inside?
You can. By the way, my wife asked me the question, what was the third thing that was revealed to him in this place, which I didn't say in the class.
Yeah.
First was the birthplace, second was the devotee, and third was the whole system of how to propagate holy name far and wide. All the Namahatta preaching science techniques, the books to be written, the roles, goals, responsibilities of each member in the Namahatta. A very potent place for a preacher to come.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Pray to.
Hare Krishna. Roji, from here you're heading anywhere else? Or?
We are going back to attend service.
Then we'll go a little ahead and come back. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. You gave us darshan of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Sampradaya. Thank you, Prabhu. Nandatra. So don't touch anything. Just come and see inside. This is the So this is the very place where Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to live. The house, the bed. These are all the items of that time. So don't touch them. You can see his belongings.
ఈయన 200 years దాటిందేమో ప్రభుజీ.
They definitely renovated the place a little bit. పాత బుక్స్ అప్పుడు ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. All the great songs that we sing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah, Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
బోల్ హరి బోల్
Bol Hari Bol. అంతేందుకు విభవరి శేష. Chala chala chala. Have you seen the fan here? Hare Krishna. Have you seen the table fan here? అదే ఫ్యాన్ అప్పుడు Bhaktivinoda Thakur వాడే ఫ్యాన్.
కింద చూడు ఎలా ఉందో.
Hari Bol, this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's room. Hare Krishna, this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur's room and this is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami's room.
వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయిది.
వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయిది. His bed, they used to sleep room. Very bed. నేను కూర్చుంటే ఎదుగుతుంది కానీ
ముట్టుకోకూడదు.
ఇక్కడి నుంచి టెంపుల్ కనబడుతుంది కానీ ఇది మూసేసారు, ఇప్పుడు తిరగట్లేదు, ఇది క్లోజ్డ్ ఇట్. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు ద బాల్కనీ సమ్ డివోటీస్ కన్ఫర్మ్ దట్ యూ కెన్ సీ ద వేదిక్ ఆడిటోరియం. లేదు అయినా కనబడుతున్నట్టు చూసానండి పొద్దున. హరిబోల్ హరిబోల్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ గ్రేట్ ఆచార్యస్ హౌస్. పర్లేదు పర్లేదు. యా హరిబోల్. సో అందరూ గట్టిగా హరే కృష్ణ మంత్రం పాడండి. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. భక్తివినోद ठाकुर की
जय,
भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज की, गौर किशोरदास बाबा जी की. See, this is the desk on which Maharaj used to write. కూడా ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. You can
అబ్జర్వ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫోటోలకు కూడా చలి లేకుండా కడుతున్నారు చూసారు కదా.
everything is personal.
కూడా శీతాకాలంలో ఫోటోలు కూడా అలా చలియకుండా దేవుడికి వేసినట్టే షాల్ కప్పినట్టే.
ఓకే సో ఈ ప్లేస్ అప్కీప్, ప్లేస్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ కోసం హరే కృష్ణ, ఈ ప్లేస్ అప్కీప్ మెయింటెనెన్స్ కోసం ఎవరైనా చిన్న డొనేషన్ అవ్వాలంటే వదిలేసేయండి. వాట్ ఎవర్ స్మాల్ అమౌంట్, బిగ్ అమౌంట్, అప్ టు యూ. బట్ దిస్ ప్లేస్ ఇస్ టు బి మెయింటైన్. మన సాంప్రదాయం స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సరే హరి బోల్ హరి బోల్. బయటికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు లైట్ బంద్ చేసాడు. చలో 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 చలో.
ఇక్కడ ఎవరు అసలు ఇప్పటికీ
దర్శన్ టైమింగ్స్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. 5 to 12 PM. ఇక్కడ సిట్టింగ్ ఇస్ ప్రొహిబిటెడ్.
అక్కడ మర్చిపోయి ఫోటో తీయండి.
జాగ్రత్త దిగండి. హరే కృష్ణ జాగ్రత్త దిగండి.
No.
Lot of people coming.
Let a lot of people come.
Oh,
Hare Krishna. That's all right.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We had come to North Carolina.
Oh, you came to North
The
Carolina.
temple. Dandavat Maharaj.
Where do you normally live?
I used to live in Greenville.
In Greenville,
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I used to visit there quite often.
Wow.
That time you were planning for the new temple fundraising. I'm talking about 2012
It's a long time ago. And where are you living now?
in Hyderabad.
Oh, Hyderabad. You moved back to India.
Yeah.
Oh,
So nice to see you, Maharaj.
okay.
Very glad to see you.
Wow.
Hare Krishna. Birthplace Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.
Hari
It's
Bol.
amazing you remember me. I'm such an insignificant.
Oh no, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. So Hyderabad, that's nice. I've been in Hyderabad a few times.
Whenever you come next time, please.
Yeah, I've been there. We have this temple on Nampally Road.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have it.
Radha Madan Mohan Mandir.
Radhamanda Mohan Mandir. Yeah, I was there. Actually, I was in charge of the BBT, and we were giving money to help build it at that particular time. So I really like Hyderabad. It's very. And then we visited. There's a Birla temple in the middle of the city.
Yes. Birla Mandir.
We had to climb up
Yes.
the hill and offer coconuts
Yes,
Yeah.
Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj.
many years ago.
Yeah.
So, oh no, that was before these devotees actually
Oh,
were
yeah.
born. Seriously, it was one problem was still on the planet.
Thank you, Maharaj, for it.
So 1975. in Hyderabad.
Yeah, proper. You've been to Medjal farm also, Maharaj?
Secunderabad?
No, yeah, Secunderabad.
There is one more place where Prabhupada got 500 acres
500
land.
acres and then.
He wanted to develop a big,
Dabilpura.
called Medchel, Dabilpura.
I didn't go there. I went to Secunderabad.
Secunderabad, yeah.
Because we had a farm in Secunderabad.
Yes.
Yeah, farmhouse, the same one, yeah.
Secunderabad, yeah. So
Hare Krishna.
So, nice to see you.
Jai Maharaj. Dandavat Pranam Maharaj.
Well, if you come back to the United States, let me know. It's amazing, it's a small world.
Yes, Maharaj.
You know this insignificant person.
Dandavat Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Jai Krishna. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai. Yeah. You came at the right time.
అన్ని టెక్స్ట్ కూడా చెప్పాలంటే